It's time for the Word on Wall Street. Top investors watching your money. Joining me right now is Michael Lee, strategy founder Michael Lee, and CFRA vice president and senior equity analyst Garrett Nelson. Great to see you guys. Garrett, thanks for joining the conversation this week. We're looking ahead to this week's Federal Reserve monetary policy meeting. This two-day meeting begins tomorrow. Officials are expected to raise interest rates at least another 25 basis points at some point. But this meeting, it is largely baked in the cake that we're going to see a pause. Of course, we've got a big housing data week as well. We'll get the September NAHB housing market index out at 10 a.m. Eastern today. We'll get August housing starts and building permits out tomorrow, and August existing home sales out on Thursday, Mike. Does any of that change your thinking in terms of what the Fed does this week on Wednesday, or do you expect a raise in rates at the October-November meeting, October 31, November 1?
So, Maria, let's just put a couple of things in perspective. So we have 400 basis points roughly in the last 12 months that the Fed has done. So the Fed started too late. They weren't aggressive enough when they started. And here we are with, a 12 to 18 to 24 month lag time for rate hikes. And the Fed is considering raising 25 basis points more. If they're concerned about inflation, they should not have paused at all. They shouldn't have paused in June. They should have been doing 50 earlier this year. So the notion that they're going to pause again and maybe raise later just shows the absurdity of the entire situation. But here we are. So the problem the Fed has is this war on fossil fuels from this administration, the alienation of MBS in Saudi Arabia, the all-out war and everything Russia economically has put us in a situation where oil prices are now knocking on the door of $90. Many think they had over 100. So with the price of oil and the cost of energy skyrocketing, inflation isn't going away. If anything, it's likely to reaccelerate. And what is the Fed going to do then? So as the economy is slowing, we still have rate hikes that haven't really hit the economy. So what I'm looking for in the Fed meeting is what is Powell going to say? How is he going to describe his actions going forward? I think that moves the market, and I think the best economic indicator this week will be FedEx's guidance after they report earnings on Wednesday.
I think that's such a great point. We want to focus on FedEx. That is a great economic indicator. And you're right. The Fed has to shape a narrative now for the next meeting. So that meeting after they announce a pause or a hike on Wednesday will be really important, that press conference. So we'll focus on that. And that could move markets on Thursday is what you're saying, right?
Correct.
All right. Michael Lee, Garrett Nelson, great to see you both. Great word on Wall Street. Thank you, gentlemen. Quick break and then